This is Daddy Show. Step off.
It's time for the main event.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's main event. Wait for it. It'll be worth it, I promise. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. How's everyone doing out there? Happy Friday to you. Glad to see you. Things are going pretty well here. I can't complain. I'm flying solo today. Jay Luft from the Untitled Wrestling Podcast and from a brand new podcast will not be seen here today, but he shall return, I assure you. His Fridays are freed up now more than they have been in a very long time. And as a result of that, guess what? He's going to become a regular, occasional part-time guest here on Friday's main event. There we go. Before we kick it off here today, please smash the like button here for me, kids, if you will. Share the feed on your Facebook page. That would mean loads to me. Please and thank you. We use manners here, kids. We say please, we say thank you. Mama raised us right. You know what I mean? Please and thank you. That means loads to me. Everybody take care of that little bit of business. In the meantime, I've got a special announcement for you. Remember how I've been teasing about the possibility of doing a brand new podcast? Well, that sucker is getting off the ground this week as we speak. Do we have any Ted Lasso fans in the audience today? I know it's not pro wrestling. Bear with me. If we have any Ted Lasso fans in the audience, let me tell you about my new podcast that we've got coming. There you see it right there. This is Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. As you can see, kids, we have a teaser that was released this week. This is myself, Jay Luft, who you know, James Higgins, who you maybe don't know, who's from two different podcasts, Hallmark of Greatness and Damn It Vince. So there you go. I know I cursed. I can't really do it without, I can't tell you the name of his show without cursing. So you'll forgive me. But there you go. There's the logo. Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. If you are a fan of this show, I promise you we're going to do it justice, okay? We recorded the first two episodes yesterday. It went very well. We're going to try to do two at a time. There's 34 episodes, 3 seasons long. The show just wrapped up a couple weeks ago. It is fantastic. If you have never watched it, now's a great time for you to jump in. They're not watch-along episodes, mind you. They are just rewatch episodes only, okay? We dive into the show scene by scene. We break it down, give our thoughts and opinions. The Two Nations refers to the United States and the United Kingdom, as you see on the graphic. I'm pretty happy with this. I dig it very much, and I think you will too. So, yes, I'm hyping this up today. And do me a favor, kids, even if you don't watch the show, if you don't watch Ted Lasso, please do me a favor and subscribe anyway. Follow the page on Facebook at Two Nations Pod. You can find us on all of the social channels under Two Nations Pod, okay, P-O-D. It would mean loads to me. We're just trying to get the word out. If you received a request to like the Facebook page, please do so. Again, there's no money coming out of your pocket here, kids. I'm not asking you to buy anything. We're not putting anything behind a paywall. This podcast, as every podcast I present to you, is absolutely 100% free of charge. All you need is an internet connection, and you are good to go. So please and thank you. Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. If you will, please follow us on socials, subscribe to the show, and once we start publishing this sucker, you will get the episodes downloaded to the device of your choosing. You'll be ready to go. So there we have it, kids. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Tom Clark's main event back here today. This is episode number 313, 13 weeks removed from the 300th episode of Tom Clark's main event. I'll get it. 313 episodes ago, I started this little podcast, and I'm still going. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Friday afternoon with me. I very much appreciate it. Again, smash the like button. Let's get those likes up there for me, kids, if you will. Please and thank you. And please share this show to your Facebook page. Share it on your other channels too if you're so inclined. That'd be nice. That'd be sweet. Wouldn't that be sweet? Why, yes. Yes, it would. We've got some hellos to do before we start diving into the show. Sugar Shane was the first one to the table today. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Ray Alday's here. What's going on? Hello, Jeff. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Brino, my man. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Is that Andre 3000 on your profile pic? I swear it looks like him. You know what we need in this world? We need a new Outkast album. Can I get an amen from the congregation? What's up, Jamel in Vegas? Good to see you, my friend. Tim Gonzalez, what's going up? Waiting to welcome Victor. What did I miss? Is that an inside thing? If it is, I apologize. What's up, Carlos? Carlos says, let's talk about the CM Punk. Oh, brother, we're going to get to it. Trust me. We're going to get to it. Yeah. Yeah, we need some more Outcasts. And I'm not talking about the pro wrestling gimmick in AEW. Although, much love to those ladies. I got love for them. They're awesome. But we're talking about the hip-hop act. Andre 3000 and Big Boy. Let's bring them back. That's what I say. Whatever problems you may have, leave them behind. The world needs more Outcasts, I submit. Let's make that happen. All right. Again, kids, smash the like button if you haven't done it for me, please, and thank you. It means loads to me. We've got lots to talk about. Oh, is that true, Brino? Oh, dude. I'm very happy to hear that. Did you see the Hendrix film that he was in? So that movie's all over the place. It's not the best written script I've ever seen, screenplay, I should say, right? But I'm going to tell you something. He crushed it as Jimmy. He's really, really good in that movie, actually. He delivered. There you go. Ray says, Outcast, is that true? God, am I that far behind? Oh, my God. Well, I'll be downloading that when it hits, I guarantee you. Very cool. Am I lagging to you guys? Is the voice matching this thing I call a face? Is it matching? Am I lagging at all? You guys can be honest, right? You see the graphic, right? We got stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and get rolling. Again, kids, smash the like button for me, if you will, please, and thank you. We've got big stuff to talk about. Let's go over this before we go any further. AEW Collision. Everyone's wanting to talk about it. Well, by Crackle, let's talk about it. Did you watch it? What did you think? I watched the show. I actually went to a comic book convention Saturday night or Saturday day, right? And it was good. Had a fun time. I left with a stack of Defenders back issues about this thick. Hear the cops coming. They're coming to get me, baby. So, yeah, I left with a stack of Defenders back issues. The goal right now, is to get to collect the entire Defenders series, the first run. I've got a lot, man. I'm nearing my goal on that. And after that, I think I'm going to move on to Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire, because I believe one became the other. It seems like Luke Cage became Heroes for Hire or vice versa. I'm not sure. That may become my next project once I get all the Defenders collected. So there you go. One day I'll actually try to start having time to read these books. I'm just kidding. I'll never have time. There you go. Well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Let's talk about AEW Collision. There we go. Did you guys watch the show? What did you think? What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Also, I am matching. Good. Are you kidding? That Netflix series is straight up fire. That's straight up. That it's so good. It's so good. Mike Coulter, fantastic. Luke Cage, he's really, really good. Got Method Man in there. Are you kidding me? Was it Shame when they played Shame? When him and who's his his brother, half brother? They're going through that warehouse beating up guys. Such a great scene, man. There's a lot of Wu-Tang in that show. I'm a big fan. Jeffrey says he loved Collision. Oh, Ray says that would be fun. Ray, if you're threatening to do a Luke Cage, you talking about the series? Don't play with me, Ray. I'll put you on the 6M in a heartbeat if you're serious, but you got to be serious. You got to bring your A game. If you're serious, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. If you want, dude, I'm not kidding you. We'll set up a 6M about Luke Cage. Yeah, dude, I'm down. But you got to be ready. You got to be ready. If you're for real. If you're for real, I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Yeah. I'm absolutely down for that. I've never covered Luke Cage. We covered the Daredevil series. I think Daredevil was the only thing that we've covered. From the Netflix Marvel series on the 6M. I think Daredevil was the only thing we covered. All right, let's get to this show. AEW is back with Collision on Saturday nights, a brand new show. We're now up to 5 hours of AEW television, 4 hours live and 1 hour taped. Yes, every week on your TV screen, on TV, not streaming. And guess who came back? He came back with Collision. That's right. CM by God Punk is back. People have already been asking me about the you're talking about the movie Juice? I have never done that movie. That'd be interesting. We've never really covered Tupac too much on the 6M. Not for any reason. We just haven't got to him yet. That'd be interesting to do too. Where was I? So Punk came back, right? And I wanted to do this too. Let's see. How about because I'd like to get this in front of me. Yeah. So let's see. I got messaged a few times this week about the Collision promo. I had a couple of people asking me how much of it was real, how much of it was what they knew behind the scenes. If you believe what some of the reports are saying right now, and look, I don't know at this point, what do you believe and not believe about what's coming out of that locker room? Who knows? But supposedly, the promo didn't do much to help, the divisiveness inside of AEW. One person came up and said that Punk's line about the Bucks, about the counterfeit Bucks, that they knew about it backstage. Now it's coming out they didn't know about it. And like, I don't know. It's hard to say. But here's what I'll tell you about all this. You guys watch me for my opinion, right? Well, that because I'm devastatingly handsome, right? So here's my opinion. What does it mean to do business on the mic? What does it mean to do business? Pro wrestlers work. Is Brino still here? Pro wrestlers work. And the issue with pro wrestlers is it's hard to know sometimes if they're working or if they're shooting. And I hate the word shoot at this point. It's so played out. But if they're working or if they're shooting, if what you're being told you can trust or you can't trust it, okay? That has a lot to do with where the guy's mind is at the time. Who's he working for? Now, we're not talking about independence. That's a whole different animal, okay? We're talking about an environment which you're full-time, health benefits in that company. They're taking care of you. You're full-time contracted. You work for AEW. You're not an independent contractor like the other company, right? You are employed by All Elite Wrestling, okay? Depending on who you are, you probably have an open schedule to go work weekends and other promotions if you're so inclined, and Colin agrees to it. So what I'm trying to say is, you have this already. This is not a matter of Punk cuts a promo on Saturday. He's not necessarily worried they're going to fire him on Sunday, okay? But so is what he's saying true, or is he just messing with you? Is he stoking the fires? Because I'm going to tell you something. When he came out and he went immediately back to like he never left, and the first thing he did was unapologetically start ripping into everybody that had a problem with him. Okay? What's it mean to do business on the mic? Was he doing some business? Yeah, he was doing some business. But to what end was he doing business? Okay? At some point, in my professional opinion, I would think that if it's not leading to a match, if it's not leading to an angle, if it's not leading to a storyline, I don't know why we're doing it. However, this is CM Punk we're talking about, not some rookie that just started last week, okay? That's not the case here. Punk is a veteran. What he does is very deliberate. If anybody thinks that Punk just went out there and didn't know what he was going to say, I have a hard time believing that. He can cut promos like that. Why? Because he's a veteran, all right? But I don't believe that's what happened. I believe he went out there knowing exactly what it was he was going to say, okay? That's what I believe. And again, if he's got no one to feud with, why didn't he just come out and talk about the match coming up? Because people don't want to hear about that. Much as they love Bullet Club Gold, much as they love, everybody involved with that match, including FTR. They wanted to hear about the Bucks and Omega. That's what they wanted to know. Punk came out there. He said what he said. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to tell anybody how to feel or how to react. I wasn't the one that Punk came in and brawled with, okay? Or that I didn't go in and brawl with Punk. You get it. That wasn't me. I don't have an axe to grind against this guy at all, okay? But for me, I'm just like, I don't understand why we did this. I don't understand. Where's this going, right? But like, again, I don't have an axe to grind. He didn't do anything to me. So if I'm Omega, if I'm the Bucks, if I'm Hangman backstage, why am I getting mad? Don't I understand that when Khan tells me that he's going to bring back Punk, that I know this is going to happen? What did we expect? What did everyone here expect? Did we expect any less? Look, I'm not a fan of CM Punk. I've been a bigger fan before now, but I don't think Punk really cares what I think. I don't think he ever really has, okay? And that's fine, right? But like, I don't know what we thought was going to happen. I don't know what we thought was going to happen. Matthew says, CM Punk return, new attitude, looks like, and I'm not getting whatever that is. Was that an emoji that you put out there? Yeah. Sugar Shane says, not a fan of CM Punk. He disrespected AEW by tossing out the logo on the microphone. No, not true, Shane. I will counter with that. Do you remember the pipe bomb from WWE? He did the same thing with the pipe bomb that night. Remember? He took it off the mic and tossed it. And I think he did the same thing in Ring of Honor. Don't read too much into that. I don't think it was about AEW when he did that. That was a gesture that was connected to the past. I mean, I picked up on that, but I also understood what he did. Yep, Jeff, there you go. There you go, Jeff. You saw it. Yeah. Ray says when he was thrown with Joey, they legit looked like they hate each other. Oh, with Joe? No. Him and Joe are good, I would say. I mean, I don't know, but I would say him and Joe are probably good. Him and Joe have a lot of history, man. I can't tell you the number of times I was at ringside calling matches, and I legit thought we were going to have a problem with two guys in the ring. I thought when they get back through the curtain, this is going to get ugly, because I swear it looked to me like they were having legitimate beef in the ring. And then we get back through the curtain and they're fine. They were just working. You see, that's what I'm saying. Was Punk just working Saturday night? Because for all the stories that are coming out, the one I just read to you about, it's the locker room's divided because of his promo. It was divided anyway, right? And Punk didn't make things any better. Let me ask you a question. How many of you think that when he got back through the curtain, he didn't just look at Khan and say, was that good, boss? That worked for you? It's easy to look at me and say, Tom, don't be ridiculous. That didn't happen. Punk went into business for himself. Did he? I don't know. And none of us here have any idea. Can we be straight? None of us here have any idea what actually happened at Collision Saturday night. I enjoyed the show. The show was straight fire, man. That show was popping like crazy, dude. I'm a big fan of the show. If they can keep up that momentum, then it's going to be Saturday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting. I'm sorry. It's really, really fun. That was a fun show, dude. Anybody didn't like what happened Saturday night's crazy, because that was a fun show. I promise you. If you miss it, you miss something cool. All right. Am I glad Punk's back? I don't think they needed him, but I think they can go up with him. I think they can do great things because he's there. I think they can do better things because he's there. That's what I think. Do they need him? I said when they were talking about bringing him back, I don't think they needed to bring him back. I thought they were fine without him. I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm going to wait and see. I just hope that he can keep himself in check. They can all get along. Matt, that's a good point, dude. I don't watch All Access. It's nothing against them. Can I be straight with you? I just don't want it. I just don't want it. I just don't want it. I don't want it advertised. Know what I mean? That's me, though. That's me. Some people watch it. It doesn't affect how they see the show. It doesn't really affect anything for them, and that's fine. I don't know that it would affect me. But, like, once you know how the sausage is made, do you still want the sausage? Know what I mean? Plus, once you know things about it from a backstage perspective, anyone that's in the business will tell you they don't really watch pro wrestling on TV the way they did when they were kids. It's still fun, probably. Can't speak for everyone. But it's not the same once you know how the sausage is made. It doesn't mean it kills it for you. It's just that you don't watch with the same eyes of a fan as you had before. That's been my thing for years now. Straight up, look who's watching from the YouTube. Thanks, guys. How are you? Who's watching from the podcast today? Who's watching from the podcast today? Jeffrey said Tony gave him a match at Forbidden Door after that promo. So I do nothing. I do not think Tony's angry. I don't think why would he be angry? Punk hasn't done anything wrong yet. Not that he will. I don't know, but you're right. Speaking of the Forbidden Door, how's about this, kids? Let's talk about it. I promise you this. This will be one of the biggest shows of the year. Okay? I promise you that. And it's coming up this Sunday. You don't want to miss this. This is going to be fun, dude. I'm telling you right now. This is going to be a show to watch, brother. A lot of cool stuff happening on this show. This show, of course, is emanating from the Scotia Bank Arena. Am I mispronouncing that? Scotia Bank Arena, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Never been to Canada, but it'd be tempting. That'd be fun to see live. Let's talk about this card. Now, there's some matches thrown in here. The Owen Hart Cup tournament for the men and women both throw some different types of matches in here, but matches that should not be ignored. We've got Athena versus Billy Starks. Billy Starks is very good. Billy Starks, in a very short amount of time, has come a long way. So I wouldn't go to sleep on Billy Starks, dude. I mean, this kid's 18 years old, but I promise you're going to see something on Sunday. She gets into the ring with Athena. First of all, she's in there with a veteran, okay? That's the truth. She's in there with a veteran, and, she absolutely is going to take care of Billy, but Billy's going to pull her own weight. I promise you. It's going to be a fun match, dude. You're going to see something cool in that match. I don't mean to talk it up forever. It's just how I feel. So that's what I think about that. You're also going to get Adam Cole, baby, versus Tom Lawler. If you don't know Filthy Tom Lawler and the run he had in New Japan last year with Bad Dude Tito, I can't remember his name. God, he had such a good run in New Japan before WWE brought him back and did nothing with him. Who's the guy that ran with Tom Lawler and God, I can't remember his name. Ran with Tom Lawler and Bad Dude Tito. By the way, Bad Dude Tito is awesome as well. Do you guys know Bad Dude Tito? Oh, he's so good, dude. Shut up. Now I got to look it up. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name for whatever reason. Let's see. I hate doing this. Yeah, Bad Dude Tito and TMDK. Yep. Also with Jonah. Oh my God. I couldn't remember his name. Jonah. Dude, Jonah's run in New Japan was something fun to see. And him and Bad Dude Tito has great chemistry together, dude. I'm not kidding. Great chemistry together for sure. Jeffrey says, I'm very much considering or don't consider it, baby. Just order it. Make it happen. Oh, madam, I'm glad you asked. I'm looking forward to the whole card, dude. I'm looking forward to the whole card. But we'll get there. So we've got Cole versus Lawler, singles match. I don't think this is for the Owen Hart Cup tournament. I don't believe so. So yeah, that we'll see what happens, but no, I don't think it is. It's not listed as that right now. But it should be. I'm not sure why it's not. I think it is. It's just not listed correctly. Maybe that's what's going on. Toni Storm versus Willow Nightingale. The NJPW Strong Women's title is not on the line. Toni Storm's AEW Women's World Championship is. You got to imagine Toni's winning this match. I'm not going to say she'll win it that easily because Willow's a firecracker, isn't she? She's captured the attention of fans worldwide. She's very good. She's got that beautiful smile on her face. She's absolutely, she does her thing. She kills it. So yeah, that should be a good match as well. Looking forward to that for sure. Toni's in her element, dude. Toni's much better as a heel. Honestly, she's a really good babyface, but honestly, I think she's much better as a heel. This one I'm very much looking forward to. Orange Cassidy defended the AEW International Championship against Zack Sabre Jr., Kazuchika Shibata, and Daniel Garcia. And I know what you're thinking. Tom, is there any possibility that this match steals the show? Well, guess what? I think it's a darn good possibility this match steals the show, and it will not be easy. I promise you that, because this card is jacked to the moon, baby. And yeah, I don't know. It won't be easy, but honestly, I think that it could steal the show. I'm interested to see what happens. Everybody in this match is so very good. And Orange Cassidy, anyone got hate for Orange Cassidy at this point, I just feel bad for you. I feel sorry for you that you still go around hating people. Montrese, my dear, man, you looking great. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody congratulate Montrese. She just had her second child. Is this a boy also? Oh my God, if you told me and I forgot, I'm so sorry. 2 boys now, yes? Montrese, taking time out of your day. Who's awesome? You are. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Everybody congratulate Montrese, man. It's a girl. You got one of each. Now you can stop. Is that what you're saying? I got the pair. I'm done. Yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome. I got one son. He's 14. He's enough. I love my boy. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely don't need any more. So, yeah. By the way, your babies are very cute. All right. I've been watching that little boy grow up the past couple of years. Very cool. You're crying saying I'm done. Did you not want to be done? That's funny. Of course, anytime. Robbie's joined us. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out, brother. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Cassidy's match. I got surprising news for you. I don't think Cassidy loses. I think they're saving it for Cassidy and Jay White at All In England. That's what I think. I think that's when you'll see Cassidy lose the title. I think it loses to Jay White. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. We'll see. But that has been my prediction for months. I think I'm going to stick to it. So, yeah. We'll see if I'm right. I'm not right all the time. We'll see. Speaking of the punker, CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima. This is a men's Owen Hart Cup tournament first round match. Punk and Kojima. Let me just tell you something right now. Kojima is an absolute legend. CM Punk one day perhaps will be referred to as legend, but I don't know. He's got a lot of haters. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's fine. The guy's done a lot in his career, that's for sure. Satoshi Kojima is an absolute legend. Kojima's going to put him in the corner. Kojima's going to chop the living life out of him. Yep. That's the truth. I love Kojima. I got to see Kojima and Nagata together live in the Crockett Cup tournament. That was a fun thing. I think I've seen him twice. I believe. Very cool to see Kojima. So yeah, I think is this a primetime match for Punk? Not in terms of storyline wise, not in terms of what we expect with Omega and the Bucks and whatnot, that kind of thing. But if you ask Punk, I bet Punk is giddy to work Kojima. Why wouldn't he be? Danny says it is a forbidden door when certain talents are not allowed on the forbidden door card. Who are we talking about specifically? Name names. You said Goldberg to fight Punk? Why do you think so? Why do you think so? Tell me. Hey, look, Punk's a businessman. If it means doing business, would he say no? I don't think he'd say no. Would Goldberg do it? Goldberg's a businessman. Let me ask you guys a question. If you're Bill Goldberg, do you go to AEW at this point? For anything? For anything at all? I'm just asking. There's rumors that he could be the mystery partner of Sting and Darby Allin. But you know what? We always play this game, don't we? Don't we always play this game of who's going to be whose mystery partner, and we all guess, and like one dude out of 20 will be right? So Pentagon Jr., Rey Fenix, Rush, Andrade, Bandito, and Jalisco are not on the card. And you say they're not allowed on the card. What does that mean, not allowed? Have I missed a headline somewhere? If I have, my apologies. But I'm just curious, what's that mean, not allowed? I honestly don't know. I'm curious what the story is. Is there a story here that I'm not sure of? I need to start learning to turn off notifications during the show because I got stuff popping up on the screen all the time. It happens. It happens. So yeah, we shall see. Let's see. We've also got, this is going to be a big one. Whew. Batten down the hatches. Blackpool Combat Club. John Moxley, Wheeler, Yuta. Claudio Castagnoli versus Konosuke Takeshita. Shota Umino, or Shooter, versus the Elite. And, of course, we're talking about Adam Page, the Young Bucks, Eddie Kingston, and Tomohiro Ishii. Holy Lord. John is going to bleed when they ring the bell. Like right then. I think this match will probably end in some way with Mox and Kingston going to war when they really didn't want to. You know what I mean? That's just a guess. I don't know. But I think this is, again, how many matches on here could steal the card, steal the show? Honestly, I think this match could. There we go. There we go. Danny, I knew this. But for some reason, I didn't connect the dots in my head. I knew about the story about what was going on with Rush and his family, but I didn't connect the dots. There you go. Yeah, Jeff says blood is going to be flowing every. Yeah, dude, it's, look, I'm not going to cry about it. I mean, look, if you followed pro wrestling in the 80s and the territories, blood became such a fixture. You never went, they're bleeding. It's just part of the show, man. It's just, you know what I think? This is not speaking for anybody here watching right now, but like, I think we've just become so accustomed to not seeing it with the other company that when AEW came along and said, why can't we just do blood? Let's go old school. And then we start seeing it. I don't know if the shock value has worn off yet from that or not, but to me, it's never shocked me. Like, I grew up watching territory wrestling and watching bleeding all the time. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We also have Lei Suzuki Gods. Jesus. Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Minoru Suzuki versus Sting, Darby Allin. And as we said, mystery partner. I mean, could this be Goldberg? Yeah, blah. I love Bill. I do. I'm not campaigning to interview him, though I'd love to interview him. That's not why I'm doing this. I just, I just don't think he deserves a lot of the crap that he catches. a lot of the grief that he maybe doesn't hear, but that goes on about him, you know? That's just me. You can love or hate who you want. You can cheer or boo who you want. Perfectly fine. Free country, depending on where you live, right? It's fine. It is what it is. But at the same time, Goldberg's a class act. I wouldn't mind Goldberg coming back at all. Oh, no. Is that true, Danny? Bite your tongue clean out of your head. Ryback? Ugh. Boo. And here I am. I tell you, I don't make things personal. It's not personal. Ryback blocked me at one time on Twitter. I'm not even sure what I said about him. And suddenly one day he unblocked me. And then I looked at his timeline and saw some of his politics. I said, yeah, I think I'll unblock you now. So I did. Turnabout's fair play. Anyway, yeah, no disrespect. Would you want Ryback and Punk to be in the same company? I don't know if that'd make any sense or not. We'll see. Who knows? Danny says, my dream match. We got two Dannys up in here. Danny said, my dream match, Sting versus Taker. Brother, you can dream all day long. You had an opportunity to see it. They were both in the same locker room on the same night at the same WrestleMania, and they did not get booked. Want to know why? Neither do I. I don't know why. No one seems to know why. I don't think any one of those guys are grieving over it now because it can't happen now. But they were in the same locker room on the same night at the same WrestleMania, didn't face each other. What's that about? I mean, honest to God, what's that about? You ever asked yourself that? For all those fans that bow down to that company as if it's heaven on earth, why do things like that happen that don't make any sense, that the fans would have loved and mortgaged their house to go see in person? And they didn't make it happen? Yeah. Come on. Shane says Carlito at Forbidden Door. I don't have any hate for Carlito, man. I like the guy just fine. I mean, do they need him? I'm just trying to think of who would get a pop that people wouldn't go, oh, I mean, okay, sure. Versus, you know what I mean? Versus, oh my God, I can't believe he's here. I don't know. Any one of you guys could be right about this, man. I don't know. We'll see. Danny says Carlito is signed with WWE. Well, there you go. Jeff says, what you have, a PS5 and a WWE 2K23, you can create a Sting creator. Yeah, there you go. They've been doing it for years. I did it. Everybody did it. We also have MJF versus Tanahashi. MJF defending the AEW World's Heavyweight Championship. Tanahashi's a legend. We've talked about this in the program many times before, but I don't think it ever hurts to repeat it. The fact is that New Japan's business was at an all-time low, from what I understand, that they were in serious financial trouble. The crowds had dwindled. Japan was in trouble, all right, until Tanahashi. Now, Tana, understanding that he seems to be the most humble guy you could ever meet, would maybe tell you it was a team effort, but that's probably not true. The fact is that people paid to see Tanahashi. There was something about that guy that people had to come out to leave their home, to go to the Tokyo Dome, wherever it was they went, to pay money to see him live. That's the hallmark of a great star, of a star, period, is that you pay your money to leave your house when you could just be comfortable home and save money. You left your house to pay money to see someone live. That's something that should never be sneezed at. You know what I mean? I mean, without Tanahashi during that time, New Japan's in a world of hurt. They were until they got him. He is the ace. He's the ace of New Japan. Once in a life, what do they call him? Once in a generation talent? Once in a lifetime? Tana's so good. Tana's still good. Tana's beat up. Tana's very beat up. Tana, on any given night, looks as stiff as a board. Not like how he works, but like movement. You almost hurt for him. You almost feel like, oh, man, I bet his legs hurt all the time. But the truth is the guy's in phenomenal shape. A lot of those New Japan guys they stay in shape for years. For years, man. Montrese, you're going to hang out. I'm going to put you on my TV show. I'll put you on my show. You hang out. All right. Says, I wonder how they would fit Carlito into the mix. He's a veteran. If you're younger than him and you don't know much, you'd be well served to listen. Be well served to listen. People talking about the mystery partner could be Hogan. You guys are WWE fans. Hey, guys, it's okay. I'm not hating on you. I love you guys. You know that, don't you? You guys are WWE fans. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not hating you for it. But, you know, I always encourage people to watch the other companies. Because, you know why? Because they're there. Watch them because they're there. Because we have alternatives. We have options now. You know how many years we didn't have any options? Do the math on how many years between WCW shutting down and AEW opening up. Long time, baby. You can count Impact in there if you want to. And Impact at any given time is a decent to good show to watch. Even now, right? But, buddy, for a long time, Impact was not good. Ooh, not good at all. Yikes. Sugar Shane says, would it be a shocker if Dude, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I got one for you. What if it's Sammy Guevara? What if in the middle of the match, they went the whole match without a partner because they turned around and played it off like they're waiting and nobody came. And Jericho's like, oh, let's just attack them. And so the match starts, they're 2/3 of the way in, and then suddenly Sammy gets up and Sting's reaching for a hot tag and there's no one to tag. Sammy leaves the ring, goes over to the other side, gets up on the ring apron and reaches for a tag. And then Sting tags out and Sammy comes in, cleans house, and pins Jericho. There's your finish. Turns face, gets away from JAS. He's been the mystery partner the whole time. Maybe it won't happen. Jamel says, I'm not a WWE fan. I watch almost every other major promotion. I try WWE, but I get bored and go to sleep except for Seth. Montrese says, I kind of liked Impact and AEW. Oh, Danny, language. Did Jungle Boy get an IWGP title match? Because Sonata did an open challenge. They did an open challenge so Jungle Boy could have the match. Because Jungle Boy needs to be on the card. And Jungle Boy is really, really good. And I think he's going to prove that against Sonata. Sonata is also really, really good. Or elsewise he wouldn't have that belt. And I think it's going to be a fun match, dude. I do. I mean, of course, Jungle's not winning. And everybody expects Jungle to turn on Hook. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Every time that they put two guys together, what do we do? We always go, how long's it going to take before these two guys turn on each other? And then we're all waiting for the revenge to happen. We're all waiting on the turn to happen. I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. In the meantime, though, I feel like we're not enjoying the show. We're not enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Chad, too bad. I missed you. I missed you somewhere along the way, didn't I? Mystery partner could be Miro. Ooh, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that, actually. I'm very much okay with that. Miro's back, right? Let's talk about Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Actually, let's go back. Let's talk about Sonata and Jungle Boy. I feel like we just covered it. It's going to be a really good match. It is for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I don't care for that belt, the way it looks. I don't care for the fact that they apparently threw away the lineage of the other original title. It doesn't mean, I just don't understand any of that. I don't understand if you're Gato, why in the world you would ever do that, but they did it, I guess. I don't know. Seems ridiculous to me, but whatever. The match is going to be really, really good. You guys know that, don't you? Jungle's going to bring it especially against that champion for that title. on that show for sure. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, singles match for IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. You have to imagine, you don't have to, but I imagine that Will Ospreay probably is going to get the win here and take that title back to Japan. Now, I could be wrong. Okay? I've been wrong before. I could be wrong here, kids. So maybe that won't happen after all. However, I think it makes a lot of sense for it to happen. Can I be honest? It really, truly does. Whether or not it will, I don't know. There's any number of things they could do. I kind of feel like that title needs to go back to New Japan. That's me. The last match on the card, we say the best for last. Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada. I think Okada's winning this. I don't think there's any way Okada's not winning this because I don't think this in the end will be about it's our guy versus your guy. I don't think any of that's going to matter. I think that Bryan Danielson is going to be honored to drop the pin to Okada, and he should be. No reason why he shouldn't be. However, Okada at the same time would be probably just fine dropping to Danielson, I suppose. So there you go. I'm anxious to see what happens. I can't wait for this show. I'm very much going to be checking it out. Should be awesome. Ray says Ospreay wins with Don's help. Could be. They were kind of setting it up, weren't they? Thank you, Vic. Thank you, my friend. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Do I think Jack? Oh, I hope not. But everybody seems to be expecting it. Jeffrey says maybe when Jungle Boy loses, it's going to push him to be. Yeah, it looks that way. Omega versus Ospreay 2. Ospreay wins to tie the series up. Yeah, and then part 3 happens in England at All Out. Or All In, excuse me. That's what I think. Jamel says amp for this match, Danielson and Okada, right? Danny says they also did the same thing at IWGP Intercontinental title by going away from that title. Oh, 100%. Yeah, good call. Good call. Because that title is unified, right? It's unified. It's the new world title. So that title's gone now, right? I'm not crazy, am I? Yeah, that title's gone, right? Because it's because they've got the NJPW United States Championship. New Japan's got a lot of belts, baby. It's all right. It's fine. They're managing. I love the strong championships, man. The open weight are very cool. I love the open weight concept for sure. Jerry says, I do not think the turn happens at Forbidden Door, but it will be cause of it later. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's going to be a good show, dude. I can't wait to see it, honestly. Let's touch on a couple things here before we open the floor and get out of here. The Bloodline implodes, the Civil War, what they're calling it, right? Bloodline's over. They can keep it together if they want to, but hard to call it a bloodline when you got two dudes doing it. I guess they could, but I don't know what difference it would make now. It seems like it ran its course. And you know what? Hats off to them. This is probably the best bit of storytelling that company's done in 20 years. None of you like that, did you? Is 20 too big of a number? Can I say 10? I'll say 10. Make everybody feel better? I'll say 10. The best bit of long-term storytelling that company's done in 10 years. The Bloodline stuff was very, very good. Very good. Was it too long and drawn out? That's up to you to decide. But I think it was very, very good. I think it was what it needed to be. I think it ran the length of time it needed to run. I think it was fine. And I think they did some incredible long-term storytelling there. I'm happy with it. If you're not happy with it, I mean, should it have ended with Roman losing the belt? Probably. Would Roman still lose the belt? I mean, I guess so. But at this point, they've had every opportunity to take it off of him. I mean, honestly, if we're being straight with each other, Cody should have won at Mania. If anybody believes otherwise, I believe you're crazy. I believe you're wrong. You can make your case all day for he has to go through stuff. No, he doesn't. That's the WWE way of thinking. This idea is that what WWE has brainwashed people into believing is that the babyface needs to be so beaten down, needs to be taken to the woodshed every single time, beaten beyond submission, bloodied, bruised, battered, broken, threatened, crippled, tapping out. We have to disgrace him, humiliate him. We got to do this so we can have a great victory later. No, you don't. You never needed to do that. They're the only company I know of that does that. And as a result of that, they have conditioned, if you don't like the word brainwash, they had conditioned fans to believe this is how you pump up a babyface. And it's not necessary at all. The fact of the matter is that Cody Rhodes has the stink of AEW on him to this day, and they don't want that. They want to wash him up in a blistering hot shower and reintroduce him as their WWE guy. And when they feel that he's done enough time and cut enough, promos that fit their narrative and lost enough weird times to guys that maybe he shouldn't lose to or whatever that looks like, I don't know, and jump through enough hoops or whatever, character-wise, not the wrestler, but the character, then they'll give him the push that everybody thinks he deserves. I think he deserves. I think he's earned. Vic, that's a good call. He just won that national title, though, didn't he? Didn't he just win it? Talking about Jacob Fatu joining the bloodline. There's a good question. How far would they keep this thing going? He wouldn't be Jacob Fatu anymore. They'd rename him. Don't even get me started. Yeah, he just won the national openweight title. Beat John Hennigan. There you go. So, yeah. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. One more thing I got to talk about for you or to you. I don't know how this happened, but suddenly LA Knight's over like a mother. Like, oh my God, over. Like Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement over. This guy's out popping half the locker room at this point, from what I've seen. It's crazy. He always had it in him. I mean, he's like 61 now. Still looks great. I'm just kidding. He's always had it in him, but they didn't want to give it to him. I wonder why. Can you say track record of doing weird stuff all the time? I can. He's always had it in him. He had it in from the day he got there. You guys know he did. You guys knew it then. You know it now. He's always had it in him. There you go. And apparently now someone in that company agrees. Don't they? I don't do this too often, but because the guy is over, how about this? Yeah. You see that? Still the NXT thing. I don't do the sound bites anymore. I kind of grew past it. Nathan says, when will the Iconics return? First off, I see how you spelled that word. This ain't crypto here, buddy, pal, chum. When Iconics return. How about never? It's the sole Iconic fan. If any of you people agree with him, you can get on up out of here. Jeffrey says, I love LA Knight. My wife hates him with a passion. He's great. I hate the name. I hate the other name too. See, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah, don't mess with me. Vic says Jacob Fatu did, but that's the same title that Carl Anderson held some 3 months back. Yeah. Oh, Jeffrey's answering you, Nathan. I'm not going to put that up. That's kind of gross. I'm not putting that up. Not on my show, pal. It's funny. Well, guess what, kids? Guess what we're about to do? Open the floor right up. Bam, there she is. The floor is wide open. Ray all day. Your time has arrived. He set his clock by it. Okay? Hit me, Ray, all day. Give it to me. Oh, look at that. Fabulous or Ludacris. And part 2, Redman or Ice Cube. I'll go Ludacris. And I'll go, ooh. I'll go Ice Cube. And if Adam Cole came to your house with designer sunglasses for you and your family and had an extra pair to give to a friend, could I have? Yes. Later, want to take you out for waffles and coffee. Could I join as well? Yes, Ray. Of course you can. Ray, I love the picture of that dog on your profile. Is that a new pet or is that an established pet? Let's see. Who do they wrestle as? What do you mean, who do they wrestle as? Jacques Rougeau wrestled as Jacques Rougeau and probably as somebody else, right? Sylvester Riddle wrestled as wasn't there another wrestler with a working name Sylvester something, Turkai or something? And Barry Darsow was Crusher Khrushchev and Repo Man and Smash from Demolition. Barry Darsow. There you go. Oh, I didn't get Jacques Rougeau. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I got you beat on number 3, baby. I gave you 3 for 3 on that one. That means I win. I forgot JYD's name, dude. Junkyard Dog's a great working name, by the way. Do you like nice? No, why would you think so? No, he's over, man. He's over like crazy right now. Thoughts on Adam Cole and MJF promo? Yeah. Sorry, I just got something else. It was awesome. It was awesome. They're going to work again. Probably going to be at Forbidden Door, not Forbidden Door, but All Out, I would say, for the championship. Yeah, really good. Eric Jackson, you're very late, my friend. We're about to get out of here. I'm doing good. Hope you are. Ricardo says, have you seen The Flash yet? Yes, we're done. If you haven't seen The Flash, but you plan to, earmuffs starting now, okay? Here's the thing about The Flash. DC Comics / Warner Brothers has a history of books, stories, characters, titles, angles, using a pro wrestling term, going back to the 60s and before, okay? They've got a lot of material they can use with The Flash. I went to the theater, not with high hopes. I didn't have hopes high because it's DC. I know what to expect. I wasn't disappointed. DC did what DC does. They delivered a movie that should have been great, and it was only okay, in my opinion. Wasn't great. It was just okay. I won't get into the semantics of it. Phil and I will probably be covering The Flash on the 6M next week. So there you go. I love me some Michael Keaton. He's the biggest reason why I went to see it. He's the biggest reason why I went to see it. Victor says, have you heard TK signed Ty? Yeah, I've heard that John is supposedly going to be Johnny TV is what they're going to call him, John Hennigan. My kid's doing great, Ray. I appreciate you asking, my friend. Thank you. He says, I'll just wait for the streak on Max. You talking about the movie? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, if you got your hopes up for The Flash, I wouldn't pay to go see it. You can if you want to, it's fine, but I don't know if I would. Ray says, can't wait for 6M. Oh, well, Ray, are you dead serious? Don't mess with me, Ray, because we'll set this up. Ray, I'm not playing. If you're serious, let's do this. By the way, I owe Chris one as well. Christopher Ray Patton. Chris, my friend, if you were listening to this after the fact, I apologize for not getting back to you, man. Let's see. Me and Chris have to do one, and Ray, you and I will do one as well. Yeah, let's hook something up, man. Dude, Ray, that sounds good, man. Let's set it up. Let's get a day on the calendar. I'm serious about the calendar thing, man. I live and die by my calendar. I'm not kidding. I'm totally not kidding. Thanks to the job. All right, kids, that's what I've got for you. I'm going to go start my weekend. I appreciate everybody here hanging out. And I appreciate you guys supporting the show. Before we get out of here, I want to remind you of 2 very quick things. Not only have you got Tom Clark's Main Event, what you're watching now, you've also got Tom Clark's 6M podcast. And now you've got 2 Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Okay. So if you're a fan of that show, go subscribe now. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music. And we're also on iHeartRadio. So we're on 4 major platforms, and it will be uploaded to YouTube as well. Go subscribe. 2 Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Okay. It's all over my socials as well. Follow us on socials at 2 Nations Pod. If you received a request from me to follow the page or like the page on Facebook and you have not done so, please do so. I would very much appreciate you doing that. We're trying to get some support for the show. We've not yet took it live yet. We've released a teaser with the new music and the new graphics. That's on the YouTube as we speak. And there'll be more things coming very soon. We recorded episodes 1 and 2. There's 34 episodes of the show. We recorded episodes 1 and 2 yesterday. It's going to be a fun ride. I promise you. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it fabulous, and we're going to make it free. Best part of the whole thing. So please go subscribe. 2 Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. The 2 Nations means the UK and the US. It's myself with Jay Luft and Joe Higgins, and you're going to enjoy this show. It's going to be a good ride. I appreciate you. You will not regret it. And again, all of my content is free of charge. I'll never charge you a dime. Please and thank you. Go listen, go subscribe, go download. I will always make it fun for you, or at least I'll die trying. How about that? I'm getting out of here, kids. Enjoy your weekend. Watch Forbidden Door Sunday. We're going to talk about it next week. I'll see you next week. Book.